What's up guys? Today I have the ICS M32 grenade launcher for you. We do have 6 of those 40mm shells inside here. They're gas powered, they can hold 70 BBs, which means that you can shower your enemies in a BB rain, basically. You have an adjustable buttstock right here. You can even adjust the elevation of it, just like on the real one. Real quick about the operation, there's not much you need to know. You have the switch right here between safety and fire, then you have the trigger, and of course you have to rotate this thing against the spring direction, so when you shoot, it's turning. And that's pretty much it. You aim in the basic direction of the enemy because the spread is so big it's gonna hit anything anyways. And before you can do that, you open the grenade launcher like this. You press this button, then you can open it. And let's just load 2 shells to show you how it works. So those are the 40mm grenade shells. Again, you can hold 6 of them, so reloading is quite a pain. You have to reload every single tube of those countless ones, and then when you're done with that, you just fill it with gas and the thing is ready to go. Now, funny enough, you can also use this 40mm grenade completely standalone. You don't need a launcher at all. You can just hold it in your hand and press the valve here in the back like this. It's a little hard to press, but it's super small. You can fit into your pocket, and maybe you're in a situation where, you know, maybe you're a sniper and instead of the pistol you're having 5 of those things. Okay, let's reload again. Let's do the entire process again. Alright, now we just put the 40mm grenades into the compartment. We close this thing, put it on fire, and we're ready to go. Now we're gonna do a range test. Nick is going to shoot at me at 20 meters, 30 meters, and 40 meters. He has a rangefinder, so is it 20 meters already?
That's 20.
20? Oh man, I don't think he can even do 20. Let's start with 10.
Yes, that's 10.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt at all. It was like 1 BB that hit me. Okay, let's do 20 anyways. Can you measure 20?
Yes, definitely.
1, 9, 10. Stop. Yeah, the range is big enough, but they just, like, one landed right here, a few of them over there, but none of them hit me. Try another one. But the angle was pretty good, maybe a little bit higher. Yeah, they're going everywhere, just not on my body.
I think that's it.
Okay, that was the range test. I guess that's all the grenade launcher can do. So 10 meters are effective, everything else too far away, or Nick is just really bad at aiming.
Yeah, probably.
Next I'm gonna chronograph that beast, which that's not going to work. So the idea is to shoot like half of the BBs through the chronograph without hopefully damaging the display, and maybe we can measure the velocity. But first of all, we have to protect the chronograph a little bit. At least the screen of the chronograph. Don't do this to your chronograph. That's 61 FPS. I expected it to be like this because the way it looks like when the BBs fly is kind of the velocity you would have if you would just take a bunch of BBs and throw it with your hands. But now let's chronograph it with CO2. If you ever tried CO2 in one of your green gas guns, you will know it's a lot more power. Like not a little bit more, it's usually double the power. So let's see what happens. The way it sounds is terrifying. Okay, let's put it in there. Let's see how many FPS we're getting. You ready? Wait, first of all we have to protect the chronograph because I only have one of those. Okay, this time with CO2. Yeah, it's not built to be powered with CO2. I can't press the valve So I'm just gonna release the BBs by pushing the valve in the back with a screwdriver. I'm sure half of those BBs will impact in my face. Okay, you ready? Ready? Oh! Ah! It wasn't the best idea. Fuck, that hurt. Okay, don't use those grenades with CO2. Fuck! Yeah, that's a little blood right there. Too powerful. Okay, there we go. 672 FPS. That's how it looks when it impacts your hand. Don't do this at home. This is why the manual says don't use it with CO2. That's what's left of the shell. It used to look like this, but apparently the plastic wasn't strong enough to handle the pressure around, so it cracked and it flew in all kinds of directions. Yeah, just use green gas like the manual tells you to. Now, quick conclusion on the ICS M32 grenade launcher. First of all, I'm not an expert on this thing. I just used it for one game, so I can't tell you how long it's gonna last. I think the grenade launcher itself, it's gonna last for quite a bit because there's not many moving parts. The grenades, one of them is already broken, so not the best quality there. Maybe I was using it wrong, but I don't think so. I think they just fail like a lot of pairs of gear out there. Externally, it's all pretty much made of plastic, which in this case I don't think it's a big deal because it's one of those guns which you buy and you play with it once or twice just for the fun of it. And therefore it would be kind of useless if they would build it completely of CNC, aluminum or stuff like this, since you play with it just once anyways. So it's $150 and therefore you can get it even if it will not be your primary for the next 5 years. However, what you have to consider is that one grenade is, I think, around $40 each, and you need 6 of them, and maybe also some for the, for reloading, because with 6 shots you can only fight 6 enemies unless there is more of them close to each other. So keep this in mind if you already have the grenades at home, because maybe you have an underbarrel grenade launcher, then this is definitely an option. If you have to buy the grenades, I don't know if it's worth it. If you have the money and you don't care about it, go for it. Otherwise, I would just, invest it in something that you can use in a regular game.